Okay guys, so we're going to take a look at the Romanian deadlift. And I'm going to be utilizing the Smith's machine for this. Now this is a great entry-level piece of equipment if you're new to the Romanian deadlift, because it is quite a technical exercise. And this just gives you the confidence to build your technique, get better at it, before you then start moving towards free weights. Okay, now before we go into that, let's try and understand the exercise. So primarily we're targeting the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, the posterior chain. And what we're trying to do here is work through a hip hinge. So I'm going to be moving my hips backwards horizontally as I lower the bar down my legs. Okay, now a lot of people make the mistake of thinking about the bar traveling up and down, and then they think, oh, I can't really feel that in the right places. It's because they're thinking about the wrong things. We need to be thinking about the hips sliding backwards in a horizontal plane. And an analogy I like to use in a situation like this is that I'm trying to shut a car door with my bum. Okay, so as I lower that bar, the glutes are sliding back and I'm trying to close that car door. So this is how it looks without the bar. We've got soft knees, we've got our feet in a hip width stance, and I've got my chin tucked in here. So I'm just going to go backwards with the hips. That's the hip hinge there. Knees stay soft. And I've got my eye line at 90 degrees. And then I'm going to contract the hamstrings to stay up. So I've got a nice lengthening through here on the way down. And then contract to stand up. Okay, so again, watch the hips. Watch the hamstrings. That's what we're trying to do. Now my eye line is at 90 degrees to my spine at any given stage of the movement. And then I come up and I return. A lot of people do this exercise and then they're reaching for their lower back at the end of the set. And that's because normally they're looking in the mirror for reassurance that they're doing things the right way. Now when we have cervical extension here, it's often mirrored with lumbar tension here. And we can fix that quite quickly just by tucking the chin and keeping that eye line at 90 degrees. Okay, so now we'll step into the bar. So I literally just walk into the bar like that. I unrack the weight, get my 90-degree angle with the eye line, and then I'm just going to go in to the movement. Okay, little adjustment with the feet. Soft knees. Notice that I pause at the bottom, contract the hamstrings to straighten out. At any stage, if you're not feeling comfortable, you just rack the bar. That's why it's a great place to start learning this movement, okay? Now, like I say, it's the hips. It's all about the hips. And again, in this position here, I'm not thinking about coming up. I'm thinking about squeezing the hamstrings to straighten up. So that's a Romanian deadlift using the Smith's machine.